Now, welcome to another glimpse video where we try to explain the content of a whole chapter in less than 10 minutes. So today we are going to discuss a forward contract for those students who are studying financial engineering. So, a forward is a contract between two individuals where they agree, where one party agrees to buy the underlying asset and the other party agrees to sell the underlying asset at the future specified period, which is going to be called maturity, for a future specified price, which is going to be called the delivery. And this asset we will denote it as S. So it's going to be S. So a person who takes a long position is the person that is going to buy the asset at the end of maturity, and the person who takes a short position will sell the asset at the end of maturity. And that transaction will cost F, and it's going to happen at time T. So I tried to show you in terms of writing a timeline. Is that at the beginning you are selling the asset. This is a point of inception. At the beginning, like nothing happens, but then at the end of the period, you are going to sell the asset. Like the person who is taking a long position is gonna buy the asset for a price F, meaning that they gain S and they lose F. F is the delivery price, the price you are going to pay, and you will gain the asset which cost ST at maturity. And if you take a short position at inception, again nothing happens, but at maturity you will gain money because you are now selling the asset. Now this is a person who's selling the asset. You are selling the asset, you are gaining money of the value F, and you will then lose an asset that you are selling, which is going to be cost ST. So how do you look at the payoff at maturity? We are going to look at payoff only at maturity, right? So if you are taking a long position, the payoff graph is going to look like this, right? Meaning that the worst thing that can happen to your payoff is that the asset, remember that your payoff is going to be, you are going to receive the underlying for a price, right? So the worst thing that can happen is that your underlying asset can be worthless. If the underlying asset is worthless, it simply means that the asset, so it simply means that you have lost F, right? So your payoff is going to be negative F. So if the underlying is equals to the delivery price, it means that you made nothing. And then if the underlying asset is worth more than the delivery price, it means that you have made money, and this money can increase for as long as the asset also gains value. Again, if you're taking a short position, the best thing that can happen is that the asset is worthless, meaning that you have gained all that money. You have gained exactly F because you lost nothing, because the asset is worthless. And here is when the asset has the same price as the delivery price, and if the asset increases in value, you basically have lost, and the price can also increase to whatever it can be. So moving forward, how do we even price a forward? Like, how do we price, not necessarily a forward, but how do you price the delivery price? Pricing the delivery. So to price the delivery price, we will use the law of one price. The law of one price states that if two portfolios have the same payoffs, then they should have the same price. So now we want to find how much should we pay. So you are going to create two portfolio. One portfolio you are going to enter into a forward contract. The other portfolio you are going to take a loan which is worth this much, and you are going to buy one share. So when you have loaned that much, so you can see that at maturity, as you can see, this is capital T. At maturity, when you have entered the contract, you have gained the asset and you paid the delivery price F. And then for a portfolio number 2, your share price would have increased to ST, S with capital T, and your loan, which is negative, would have also gained interest rate, right? And the price, the forward price is gonna be ST minus F. So you can see that these things have the same price. They have the same price at maturity, and therefore by the law of one price they should have the same. So basically they have the same payoff at maturity, and therefore they should have the same price at inception, and therefore 0 must be equals to this, and we can find this equation like this. So anyway, this price is like this. When F is going to be equals to a ST compounded to maturity, then we say that this price is arbitrage free. But when can the price have arbitrage? There are many positions where you can have an arbitrage. Is when the delivery price is mispriced, or if the forward price is also mispriced. So there are two ways where the delivery can be mispriced, and there are two scenarios where the forward can also be mispriced. So I am going to look at one scenario where the forward price, where the forward is mispriced. As a matter of fact, it's going to be less than this equation over here. So what happened is that we will look at two things. Ne? We know that at maturity, when you enter a forward contract, what happened is that you are going to receive S of T, and you are going to lose F. So you are trying to build a portfolio where you will have this equation over here, where you will have this equation, and that equation should be greater than 0, because that will mean you will have an arbitrage opportunity. So at what point will you be able to remove this S over here? Is when you short sell an asset. So to build your portfolio, you will try to short sell the asset, right? You short sell the asset. So your portfolio is going to be like this. Your portfolio is going to be you will short sell an asset. No, you're going to short sell the share. You will short sell the share, and you're going to take that money to buy a bond, right? Again, it means that you would have entered a forward contract, right? So this should be your portfolio, right? So anyway, at maturity, right? Okay, at inception, your portfolio at inception is going to be like this. To short sell the asset means that you have lost your ST is going to be negative. ST is going to be negative, and you buy a bond. So this bond would actually cost ST as well, right? So but then at maturity plus the forward contract, which costs nothing, and then at maturity, which is capital T, the asset would have gained value. I mean, like, yeah, the share would have gained, like, would have a price of ST where you have capital T. The bond would have also gained interest rate. The bond will gain interest rate, and the forward, like you have now entered a forward contract. What's going to happen is that you're going to receive the asset. It's going to be ST, and you will pay the delivery price. It's going to be F, and this is going to be equals to STERT minus T minus F. And we already say that this thing is going to be greater than 0 from here. It's going to be greater than 0. Taking it down, this is going to be greater than 0, and therefore this present an arbitrage opportunity. So it means that you did nothing but you're gaining something. That's what we mean by an arbitrage opportunity. So in the very least, the idea behind arbitrage is that the price of the delivery as well as the asset should be the same. In the very least, they should work in our favor if they are mispriced. So we are trying to find how we can make mispricing of assets and financial derivative work in our favor. So to give you a hint, when you are going to look at this other one over here, you will actually consider instead of short selling the asset, you will then buy the asset. It will be positive in your account, meaning that you will have to take a loan to finance it. So you can just keep that in mind. So anyway, this is where I will end the video. Thank you.